P.O.L. Game Review.
Yo, what up y'all, IntraVenus here, back with another episode. Today we are taking a look at Anbernic's brand new handheld, the RG406h. I just picked this up. It came in the mail today, and I got the purple translucent version. It also comes in black and white, as you saw there. And from what I heard, and the reason I got this is basically the RG Cube, but with a wider screen, so you can actually play most of your retro games in native resolution, full screen, such as Nintendo 64, PlayStation 2, GameCube. You can play all of that. You'll see here it is a very nice looking handheld, in my opinion. This thing looks awesome. The purple is a little more foggy colored than I was expecting. I was expecting more of a clean, clear, translucent purple, as they did with the blues for the RG556, I think it was called. One of the improvements here is the analog sticks are taller than the RG Cube and work better. You'll see this thing also comes with a screen protector, which is always nice. Usually the Anbernic devices come with a screen protector, and you'll get a charging cable, and you can get these with a memory card or without. I got mine with no games. It's up to you really. I like to build them up myself. Plus I already filled out my RG Cube, and my plan is to just take the memory card out of the RG Cube and pop it right into this, because I think it should pretty much work right away. Everything should be in the right spot, so really easy transfer there. Alright, I have my screen protector added now and my RG Cube game card installed, and it's true, everything moved right over. The only thing I had to do was re-scrape, so all the information, the pictures and the videos that go along with all the games, I had to re-scrape that information because I guess that was on the Cube and not on the memory card, but everything else was ready to go. So I went ahead and installed Emulation Station, and I have that set to the home button, so if I hold this down, it'll go right to Emulation Station. Perfect. I love it. I don't use the retro, what do you call it, the Anbernic. Usually it's right here in this R button. They have their own OS or whatever you'd call that. It doesn't come with that when you get it with no games, which I kind of like. So you press this button, it's not going to do anything. But if you buy it with games, it'll likely switch to something similar to this, but made by Anbernic, designed by Anbernic. Different user experience in the interface. So I actually like it without that. You can disable that if you don't want to use it. I recommend getting your own thing, launcher, put it on here. So I got Nova Launcher, which is this right here. You can pick that up for free on Google Play, and then I set that as to my default, and then you can go in the options and change the settings to what you want your home button to do. So you press it once, it'll go here. You hold it down, it'll go to Emulation Station. Freaking sweet. I don't know if y'all know about these or not, but if you don't, this thing can run everything from Atari, I guess, or I don't have any Atari on here, but Atari are the oldest you can think of, all the way up to PS2 and GameCube and some Wii games. I have this thing so far loaded with like almost 500 gigs, somewhere around that, and it is just beautiful. There's something to note here, and nobody mentioned this to me online or anything. I was under the impression that this was going to be basically a wider RG Cube with one new color and new analog sticks, of course, but it is actually a little shorter in height. So here's the RG Cube, put them next to each other, and the unfortunate difference here is the Cube, depending on who you are, unfortunate because I'd like to use this for everything, I probably will, but the Cube is slightly more comfortable to hold because it's slightly taller. If you look at the backs here, they have the same shape going on, but that little bit of extra stretch on the handles makes the Cube feel more like a game controller. Almost feels like I'm holding something that I'd be playing the Nintendo Switch with on the TV. That's what this feels like in my hands. It's the most comfortable handheld I think I've ever held. This one, it's almost there. It really is. This is still, for its form factor, its size, its shape, what it does, this is the most comfortable one I've ever held still. But I just miss that little extra grip in my hands. It depends on how big of hands you have. I don't think I have too big of hands, but not too small of hands either. So it's kind of up to you on that if you're thinking about getting one of these. But for me, this is my favorite handheld now that has come out to date. And the year's about to wrap up as of this video. We're ending the first week of December. And this is it. This is my favorite handheld of 2024, the RG406h. It hasn't really gotten much better than this. The only way I could see this getting better is obviously if it, one day they can do PS3 and all that stuff. That's probably in the future quite a bit, or higher up on the price tag range. But maybe if every single PlayStation 2 game would run, that's where I'd like it to be. But that is not really necessarily up to this device. I have a Retroid Pocket 4 Pro, and it can't run the same PS2 games that this can't run. There's just something about it. Well, whatever the case may be, I am recommending this to you as a Christmas present for anybody you know, anyone you know that might want something like this. If you get them now, they're still shipping by Christmas. They'll get to your place before Christmas from Amazon.com, and you can get them loaded with games. There are several models of this. If you don't like this form factor, the RG Cube is essentially the same inside, just a different screen. So obviously here you have this screen. And this is actually on that Anbernic button, so I can show you here. We can press that and go to the Android mode. You press it again and go to Anbernic mode. That's what this one's missing because I bought it without games. It would have that. But if you're wanting this form factor with this screen, where you're going to have black bars on the top and bottom for PS2 and GameCube, I would grab this. You're going to go full screen with Game Boy games and other things, but it's a little overpowered for that. This one is where it's at. If you want something with a little bit longer handles, but not as good at joysticks, analog sticks, then you're going to want to go for the RG556. Unless I got that number wrong, I'll put it on the screen here. And that one's got a super wide screen and longer handles. Comes in different colors, but like I said, came out a little earlier, doesn't have these tall analog sticks. Also, you're going to be dealing with borders on the sides on that widescreen for the 556 because it's not native resolution for anything but PSP really on that one. So this one is where it's at. I really recommend it. I'll leave links in the description below. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to show you some emulation on this bad boy, maybe talk at you a little more, and then we'll wrap it up. You can see here I have lots and lots of PS2 games here. Let's see what looks best for you here on the brightness. Let me turn that down a little bit.
Out of the darkness they came with a hateful will to destroy humanity. We fought long and hard, but now we are lost, for they have taken their evil war into our past. Sensei! Ninja! Master! Try jumping this gap. To run up walls, jump onto the wall and keep pushing forwards to run up it.
mining planet in System 4 is now completely encircled by the Dom's Armada. General Keck, Supreme Commander of the Alpha Forces, would like to take this opportunity to address a final message to the population.
Alright y'all, so there you have it. I can't show you too much emulation, especially of the Nintendo games, and you should probably know why by now. But you get the idea, and you could see what I'm able to play here. This thing is awesome. I highly recommend it. Let me know in the comments what you think about it, if you got one, if you plan on getting one. What do you think about the purple? When I first got it, I was thinking, well, I kind of missed that black. Maybe I should have gone with black. But I don't know. I'm still going to use my cube, and another thing is how, did you know it was a little bit shorter than the cube? I didn't. Maybe you didn't even know the cube existed. Maybe you didn't know either of these existed. This is the one. This is the one right here. Don't those full screen PS2 and GameCube games look sweet? I imagine so. And they were. And I got it. And I'm happy. So, hit the like and subscribe button if you like this. If you're not subscribed already, go ahead. Hit that bell, whatnot. Really helps me out. Encourages me to make more videos. I got a lot more coming, and been doing all these Pokemon ROM hack videos and stuff. So until the next episode, I'll catch you later. Peace out.
Well, that was just childhood. We were all there together, and in denial would play like it was forever. And in the tall woods, we'd stay out of the weather like it was all good. Every day we made it for pleasure. We were saying whatever came to our minds, plain and simple like a tetherball.